Hi everyone, so my name is Cath. I'm the founder of The Harvest Table, and we're so excited that you're here with us on our Whole Healthy Me platform, really experiencing what it is to live a healthy and vibrant life. And we've created this platform to guide you so that it's not product specific for The Harvest Table, but really me sharing my story and my journey. And so we thought it would be a good idea for me to share the story again, because there are so many new people following us here on Whole Healthy Me. So, like I said, my name is Cath. I live in KZN, and The Harvest Table is based in KZN. We are creating employment in KZN, and really proud to be a South African-based business. So when I was 18 years old, I was in matric. For those of you who remember the days we referred to it as matric, I woke up one morning and I thought, gosh, I feel so tired. I just literally can't function. And I went to the doctor. I'd had glandular fever about 2 years before, and so the automatic thought was it must have recurred, but all the tests came back negative for that. And so my poor mom took me from doctor to doctor trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And eventually the last doctor we went to see said to me, just go home and eat some more meat, because I was only eating vegetarian meals at that time, and just get some sleep and you'll be fine, it's all in your mind. And I really didn't believe that to be true, but I realized that the medical world had actually let me down at that time and wasn't giving me the answers that I needed. And so I took my health into my own hands and started researching on my own what I could be experiencing and how I could resolve my symptoms. Now at the time, one of the doctors I'd seen had said to me, we think that you have ME or yuppie flu, and I think at that time anything that was sort of undiagnosed and involved any sort of tiredness, the doctors were calling ME. And I found a book at that time by a lady also from Durban. Her name was Dulcie Kruger, and her daughter had ME. And she followed a raw food diet in order to just help her body recover. And there were really lots of strategies included in that book that I thought could be helpful. And so I took this on as a way of life, and I ate raw food only, probably for about 2 years. And really through sort of the prime of my life at that time, matric and starting varsity, and I think people around me thought I was very strange. And I started doing things like body brushing and really reading the Marianne Shearer books, and I still respect and follow a lot of what she does, and just learned incredible insights from her around just natural ways of living, body brushing to move the lymph and keep your body detoxifying. I started doing some very light rebounding as a form of exercise, which is on a mini trampoline, just excellent for moving lymph. And I think actually at that time I completely revolutionized the way that I ate and the way that I lived my life. I'd grown up in a home where meat was the center, and it was quite a change for me to live in this way. When I got to the end of my second year of varsity, I found a small lymph node in the base of my neck that seemed out of place, and went to the doctor, had an aspiration, and it came back as potentially having cells in it that weren't normal. And so I went to have the lymph node removed, and found that it was actually Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a lymph cancer. So at the time I was 20, I was at the end of my second year of varsity, I was starting to be a chartered accountant, really enjoying life and actually feeling so much better after having eaten this way for 2 years. I really thought that whatever I'd had must have resolved itself, and then actually found that I'd had cancer the whole time. But I think when you're 18 and you're diagnosed with tiredness, cancer isn't necessarily the first thing that people would check. And so that led me to a journey of having cancer treatment. So at that time in my life, there weren't a lot of natural alternatives available for cancer treatment that I was aware of. And so I went the route of having radiation therapy, and my body responded really well to that. And so my cancer resolved itself really quickly within about 4 weeks of having had radiation. I went for follow-ups for a while after that with my doctor, and then after 2 years was declared as being in remission. And although that was great, I think that often when you have cancer treatments, once that cancer has resolved itself, your doctor waves you off and says, well done, you're cured, but actually your journey only then begins. And so really that began this whole journey for me of why did my body get to this point in the first place? I didn't want to carry on eating raw food only, but I wanted to kind of discover what was the best way of living and how could I resolve some of the issues that had led me to this point. I had lived with a lot of stress in my home life as I'd grown up, and I certainly hadn't eaten the best diet, but I needed to then figure out this, what we call now the tripod of my health. So it's a sound mind, looking after your mental health and your spiritual health. It's healthy eating and it's exercise are the three things. And that journey just led me to reading lots of books and just studying and researching. So even though I'd qualified as a CA and went to Deloitte to do my articles and then worked as an accountant, I actually was really passionate about healthy eating and food and nutrition and just devouring any information I could find on that. Fast forward 15 years or so, and I had a family now of my own, married to Sam with our 2 children, Josh and Ella, and really started looking for more advanced foods and nutrients that we could include in our diets that we just couldn't find available in this country, certainly at the right quality. And collagen was something that we then came across actually through bone broth. Bone broth really was the first thing that interested me. I understood the benefit on my gut, and I'd suffered with a lot of allergies from the time of having had radiation. My body really took strain. I had radiation to a really large part of my upper body, and really wanted to try and heal some of those things that I'd now been experiencing for many years. And bone broth was at the center of that. And so I started making my own bone broth and consuming that. But anyone who's done that knows the time it takes to do that and the fats on top and drinking that in the morning. It just really wasn't a pleasant experience. And so we really started looking for something powdered. I knew powdered bone broth was an option and we wanted something organic, and that's where we found our beautiful bone broth. And from that I got more interested in collagen. Obviously collagen is a large part of bone broth, and we really believe that those two things are foundational to your diet. So nowadays I eat a largely plant-based diet, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, green juice every day, and very little meats. We have chicken probably once a week and fish now and again if we can find a good quality fish that isn't farmed. And then we include lots of collagen and bone broth in our diet. So that is my main source of protein. And I find my body responds really well to that protein. It's much easier to digest, and it's got so many health benefits. And that really was the start of the Harvest Table. We then started working with the business to do all of our branding and developments of the name, and started selling product to friends and family. And it just grew from there, and really something that's grown out of our passion for health, for wanting to provide products that I want to use for my family, to anyone who is like-minded, and also encouraging people to start making healthier choices. So educating people on why health is so important, the benefits of some of these products, and how when you turn your health around, you can live a more joyful life. And certainly we hope that you can live a long and healthy life. And so many people save for their retirement, but if they're not investing in their health at the same time, you may get to retirement age and not be able to enjoy that time. And so we really want to walk alongside you and help you to get to that point whole and healthy. So that is the journey of the Harvest Table. As I said, we are now based in KZN. We have around 50 employees, so when you buy a Harvest Table product, you really are supporting local families. We've got many women who work for us who support their families, many women who work for us who used to be domestic workers, or men who used to be gardeners, and we really are working on upskilling and training. It's been an absolutely incredible journey. Some of the things that are really important to us here at the Harvest Table, first and foremost, is top quality product, and we never skimp on that. So as prices have increased or whatever has happened in the globe, we have not changed the fact that we want to use the best quality products. Secondly, we assure you that there are no fillers, additives, preservatives, colorants, flavorants that we have added into the product. We have one or two products where there are certain ingredients in there, such as in the fruit boosters. There is some cassava base in there that really helps that fruit become a powder, but we have made sure that we limit that to the minimum, and we are not adding any additional fillers or anything like that. So if you buy our pure collagen, you know that that is guaranteed 100% pure collagen. The The other thing that's incredibly important to us is that we offer you environmentally conscious products. So we have chosen to bottle in glass because we feel that that is a really good option for the environment. It is reusable, and once you can no longer reuse it, it is recyclable. And we hope that you are recycling your bottles once they've reached the end of their lifespan. And so we're very proud of our glass bottles and the fact that we are not putting more plastic into the environment. And then lastly, we believe in a food safe facility. So we package our own product, which means that we have full control over the product. We know how it is being sourced. We know where it is coming from, how it is being mixed and blended and packaged. It's being packaged with our own staff in our own facility. And we have a food safe certified facility, which means that you can be guaranteed that when you buy a product from us, that it is food safe. And in terms of having a food safe facility, there are so many checks and regulations that we follow so that you know that you're getting the best quality product. So for example, all of our surfaces are tested randomly at various times to make sure that all the surfaces are being cleaned properly. Our packing staff's hands are tested regularly to make sure that they are following the correct hand cleaning process. The cleaning of the facilities is done in a certain way to ensure that allergens are not cross-contaminating. Anything that contains an allergen is packed in a specific room away from other products. There are just so many things that we follow to make sure that you're getting the best product. And the fact that we are listed in stores like Checkers and Dis-Chem assures you that we are following those processes, because they will only list product that has all the correct certifications. So one thing I can say is, if you are looking to choose a collagen or a bone broth or any product like that, is make sure that you are buying from a brand that has all of the correct certifications. We've seen a rush of new brands entering the market that are not certified, and there are certain sellers online who are not requesting the correct certifications. There are even some retail stores that are not requesting the correct certifications, and so that is a question you can ask. Is this product packed in a food safe facility? So we're incredibly proud to be able to offer you world-class products made in KZN, employing local people, creating lots of employment, and really you are changing the lives of at least 50 families when you buy a Harvest Table product. So that is our story. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of our journey. It's such a privilege to walk this road with you, and keep interacting with us, letting us know what you think of our product, asking us questions. You're welcome to message us on Whole Healthy Me or on Harvest Table, and we are just so happy to be walking with you on this journey. Thanks everyone. Bye.